trade secrets. What make a business tick? What are those things you need to know for your business to grow? What are the secrets behind a successful brand? That is what we want to take a look at on this particular discussion segment of Business Rendezvous. With me here in the studio, I have a business coach, an analyst, local affairs commentator, an author. Join me to welcome Dr. Ogogo Charles. It's good to have you on this platform today.
Okay, thank you very much.
I like your smile.
I'm so excited.
You're just smiling. I mean, it's like, you hit the jackpot.
Interestingly, today's topic is very, very important.
Yes.
For the Nigerian businessman or the African businessman, because when you understand this topic we are going to discuss today, your business will move to a new dimension.
All right. Let's quickly start off. Trade secrets. What are trade secrets? Let's start from there.
Okay. In the first place, business trade secrets. This is what set apart the small boys from the big boys.
The small boys from the big boys in the business arena.
Yes. The minor player and the major player. What separate Aligo Dangote from the average businessman in the street? Business, trade secrets. So, trade secrets simply means confidential pattern, confidential practices, confidential information, confidential process that gives a company competitive advantage. When you have a trade secret, you can outpace, outrun, outwit your competitors. And there are three key factors about trade secret. Number one, trade secrets are classified.
Classified.
They are classified. They are not for public consumption. Then number two, trade secrets provide financial or economic benefits because it has commercial value. The number three, trade secrets are actively protected. Once your rival in the business finds out your trade secrets, which we're going to discuss along the line, you will lose your market share. Exactly, you lose your market share. There was a time everybody wants to be an American. America was considered God's own country. Of course, yes, it is today. But some nations sat down and did their own work. I said, how do we close economic gap with the US? And they began to study the trade secrets of America. And today, major players are on the board, like China, India. They are competing seriously with the US because they learned the trade secret of the US.
Wow, quite interesting. So, what is the importance of making trade secrets highly classified, highly confidential? In fact, why keep it secret?
I want to give you 3 examples. Number one, do you know that New York Times bestseller, the process of selection of New York Times bestseller is not known. A book with a higher overall sales may not make the list. Why a book with a lower overall sales may make the list? So the process is classified. Then again, in 1759, a man by the name Arthur Guinness in Dublin rented an abandoned property for 9,000 years and established Guinness.
For 9,000 years.
And established what? Guinness. I don't know if you can recall, about 10 years ago, there was an advert on Guinness. Guinness brewed to a secret formula since 1759. So there are 4 active ingredients for Guinness. One, we have roasted barley. Then we have malted barley. Then we have hops. Then we have yeast. 4. Then water. But the recipe, the specific proportions, they are trade secrets. Nobody knows it.
Not even you.
Not even me. Then, the third. Do you know that Coca-Cola was formulated by a pharmacist, John Pemberton, in 1886, May 8. It was sold to Ernest Woodruff. But the formula for over 130 years is not known. And this #1 global brand, Coca-Cola, do you know Coca-Cola is not patented, because they didn't want to reveal the formula. Coca-Cola formula is kept for over 130 years in a secret vault. So it's with the family.
So it's like secret.
Yes.
They just can't divulge.
Yes.
All right. Let's break it down home. Because in Nigeria, once a particular individual is doing a kind of a business, others who want to jump into it, and you're going to see a multiplicity of this outfit. Does it mean that these guys don't have trade secrets?
Okay.
And sometimes even the new ones can even knock the old ones off market.
That takes me to what we call NDA.
NDA.
Yeah, non-disclosure agreement. So, organized business owners, multinationals, big enterprises who understand the potency, the commercial value of trade secrets. Any of the management team who is privy to their trade secret, so they ask them to sign an NDA, non-disclosure agreement, to protect it. You have to sign it. So in Nigeria today, that's why this program is very, very important. So the young businessman, you have to know that once your trade secret is revealed, you are losing money. You are losing market share. You cannot become a global brand. This is why we don't have, this is why today we have many products and few brands, because we don't know how to handle our trade secrets.
Many products, but few brands.
Yes. Many products, few brands. Yes. We are talking about major brands. Facebook is a major brand.
But it seems not to have a secret. Facebook, like, just there, connect, talk.
They are just trade secret. Now, can I take you to Google trade secret?
Sure.
In 2008, a man by the name Lawrence Edward Page enrolled at Stanford University to pursue PhD in computer science. And as he was brainstorming on the theme of the dissertation, it occurred to him that he can work on the mathematical properties of the World Wide Web, Internet. That he went to meet his supervisor, Terry Winogrand. I said, sir, I want to work on the mathematical properties of the World Wide Web. The man said, let me peruse over it. Give me time. After the man perused over it, the supervisor, Mr. Terry, I told him, if you can get the algorithm, the whole world will bow down to you. And in a few years' time, Larry Page discovered the search engine algorithm. And guess what? NASA invited him for a discussion and said, we need your search engine. And before you know it, Google became a global brand. And Microsoft tried everything to compete with Google. He couldn't. So the leading search engine algorithm today is Google.
What about the AI?
We are still coming to that one.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. You know, that's it. So can I tell you a little story again about the secret behind, the trade secret behind Japanese, companies?
Japanese companies?
Yes. You know, the World War ended in 1945. So
yes.
I want to give you the anatomy of China and Japan. The West dominated the global market. You know, Japan was a major loser in the Second World War. And Japan was not trying to penetrate the global market, make inroads into the Western market. Japan product was turned down. Why? Analytically, the West said the Japanese products were fifth rated.
Fifth rated?
Yes, of
low quality.
Low quality. And penetrating the Western market was a huge obstacle. But two companies in Japan who started small, just like you and I, the Sony and Toyota Motor Company, changed Japanese, narrative. Let's start with Sony. Sony began, Sony was founded by Akio Morita, the visionary man, a man that was foresighted. He had a pioneering spirit. Akio Morita invented product after product, brand after brands, innovation after innovation. He never gave up. Should one product fail, he invents another one. That is it. Don't be discouraged. Don't lose your passion because you failed yesterday. No. The man came out of product after product. Then, here will give me a major breakthrough. And he created new markets. He now sat down, he now looked at the youth and said, which market can I create for the youth? They now discover the Walkman, the earpiece, the Walkman. You know those days, Walkman?
Yeah.
He put two and two together. He created the Walkman for the youth. I said, the youth, they love music. Created the Walkman. And that gave the major breakthrough. And guess what? The West, who once turned down Japanese product, ran after the Walkman. So Sony changed the narrative by creating product after products and identifying the youth market.
So you have to know the market, the target audience.
Yes. Not just creating product, find out your target market. What? Because the youth market is very huge. So if you can penetrate the youth market, you are gone. Then again, Toyota Motor Company. How did he have his breakthrough? At that time, Ford Motors had the largest and most efficient production plant in the world. So it was a tourist destination. Every automobile maker wanted to go there to see what was going on. So, and at that point in time, an average American car worker was producing 9 times the size of Japanese, automobile worker. Then one day, the family that founded Toyota Motor Company, the Toyota, came together and said in 3 years, they came with a mandate. To succeed as a youth, you must have a mandate. A 1-year mandate, 2 years mandate, 3-year mandate. Very, very important. You must have a mandate. Give yourself a mandate. Like John F. Kennedy gave himself a mandate. Say in 10 years' time, America must be in the moon. Mandate.
And it happened.
Yeah, and it happened. So Toyota Motor Company came with what? A 3-year mandate and said we must overtake the West. So what did they now do? So they now said, we must find out the trade secret of Ford Motors Company. So they initiated a visit. So Eiji Toyota, you know, a Japanese engineer that belonged to the family of a Toyota, you know, said, we want to visit Ford Motor. They were invited. So the man led a team of delegation, smart engineers. So, and Ford was very happy to receive them. As he was taking them through the production line, guess what? The Japanese were studying the production line. Then they now discover the weakness and the strength of Ford production line, the trade secret. We are going there now. So when they return back to Japan, they brainstorm on the weakness of that production line of Ford Motors. And they came up with what I call lean production system. L-E-A-N. Lean production system. That changed Japanese automobile industry. It has 3 advantages. 1, cost effective. 2, fuel efficient. That is why most people want to buy Toyota vehicles. It was work fuel efficient. Then 3, conservation of time. It doesn't take time to produce.
Because they're able to crack the code.
So that is what changed the game. And today, Toyota Motor Company is ahead of a Ford production company because they're able to understand the trade secret of Ford production system and came up and evolved and crafted their own production system.
So one should be careful about the competitor you choose to come visit your own business establishment.
Yes.
Is that what you're saying right now?
Yes. So, young entrepreneur, if you want to make it big, visit Aligo Dangote. Visit different
production companies.
Yes. Go and learn the trade secrets. Pride is a problem. You feel you have arrived. No, you have not arrived. Learning is a lifetime institution, boy. You have to go.
You have to go.
And acquire new skills, new understanding that you can. Today, you can see Japanese companies, they have penetrated the Western market and even dominated it. We're talking about winning brand war. Without you, without you understanding the trade secret of your rival, you can't win the brand war. But the last one now. People's Republic of China was established in 1949. Then there was a cultural revolution. In 1976, Mao, the leader, died. Then, before now, China was structured economically after the old Soviet Union. So the new leadership now said, how can we rival with the West economically? How can we play the game of the US, the game of the West? Then they took 2 decisions. Number 1, to switch from the Soviet style of economy practice. Number 2, to become more market-oriented, open to the rest of the world. Join the World Trade Organization. So between 1976 to 2010, before now we were thinking that Japan was going to overthrow the US.
US, yeah.
Before you know it,
China came up.
China displaced Japan and became the world's second largest economy. In 2010, China did the impossible, displaced the United States as the world's largest manufacturing country. That's it.
And China took over that space.
In 2014, China did the impossible again, crossed the $10 trillion margin. That's it. Why?
Well,
why? China was able
to crack the secret.
to understand the trade secret, the global governance, the global market leadership, the secret behind it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You can go on and on, but our time is up. So what advice do you have for young entrepreneurs?
No, before the, okay.
Yeah.
The advice I have for young entrepreneurs today is, number one, I want you to get a book called The Art of War.
Art of War.
Written by Sun Tzu. And the man said, the climax, the climax of skill is winning war without fighting.
Winning a war without fighting.
You need a skill. To succeed in the game of business, you need a skill. And one of the skills you need today is what? Trade secrets.
Thank you so much, Dr. Charles Sogogo. You've heard him. Ask again, what is your trade secret? What is that thing that makes you think? Or what is that thing you feel that you're going to initiate in your business that will give you a stand far above your competitors? Think about it. And once you get it, guard it with all seriousness, for real. At least for a while, to make you prosperous. But if you want to let people know, fine. But for now, get the secret, work on it, guide it, guard it, and it will be yours. Once more, thank you so much for the lecture. I really appreciate that. Eye-opening lecture. One more time. What is your business secret? If you don't have any, go and formulate one that can make you outsmart, outsell your competitors.